Sure.
Instead of wasting time in being gloomy and being depressed, get involved, be observed in those things so that you don't have time for all bullshit. Huh?
Yes, Swami. Yes.
If you live just in this moment, there is no problem. If you think about past and future,
Yes.
then you will always have tension.
Yes, Swami.
So, you know about this, the woman who was one, the channel which you used to see before.
Beyond.
Beyond. So the woman Palki something. So she has shared that video, but I just realized their superficiality. They are all the time involved in news. They know about whatever is happening in the world far more than us, because that is their bread and butter. The whole time they are involved in that. But she has no understanding of things which is happening. It's not that easy to just the way she has explained things. It's like those people who are rich in palaces, they think that only their problem is problem. So she's talking about a city, Gurgaon, which is now like a cyber capital. It's becoming like that so the violence has reached there also. So she's saying that if it happens like this, then you cannot invite multinational companies. Now she's talking bullshit. These multinational companies, the owners of these multinational companies and their politicians, they are behind all those things. One has to see the wire where it is going. It's not just the violence, it is happening. But there are countries involved which doesn't want India to become superpower. So this is the time to stop it. And it will go on happening these things. Because India is not an Abrahamic religious country. India is not even communist. So all will be together in these things. So one Muslim priest has also been killed and his mosque has been burnt. So, but it is a reaction when so many people are killed, when you burn all the shops and loot everything. Then what do you think? The other people will be sitting like Buddha with closed eyes. Even Buddha won't sit like that. It is always said that when you have to choose between cowardice and violence, choose violence. Because otherwise you are promoting violence more. She is emphasizing that maybe the money has come to her because now she is no longer working in, what is the name? Beyond. She is no longer working there. These people are so cheap. They just want to live a comfortable life. For their comfort, they can trade anything. They are worse than prostitutes. That's why they are called prostitutes. And you have to find yourself inside how much of that is inside you. Just for comfort, how much you are ready to compromise. When we have this kind of myopic vision that just you see only things which troubles you, most of those people who were maybe going in those kind of religious procession, they are mostly less educated comparatively, but they are also human beings. That doesn't mean that if they are killed, they can be killed. it can be allowed that you kill them like cattle, and even cattle you cannot kill like that. But our whole mind has become so polluted. Only when it concerns us. And you can't see if you are so dead, your heart is so dead, then how you think you will be blissful or ecstatic? Your heart is dead. There is no throb in your heart. It's not throbbing. It's not alive. There is no feeling inside your heart. You cannot feel the suffering of others. There is no empathy in your heart. She is only concerned about that the topmost layer should be protected. This is the concern of most of 90% of people are like that, 95%. Even those who are poor, they can be forgiven because they are less educated. Maybe they have better heart. They definitely have better heart. The more richer you grow, the more crueler you become. More cruel you become. If you cannot feel, if you cannot empathize, you are dead. You are dead before your death. If you cannot feel, your heart is paralyzed. I was not going to say anything, but then when I see these journalists, the way they show things in their television program, so they want to create sensation. They want to create excitement, as if you are watching some thriller movie. So this is what happens when you are just sick, mentally sick. You are only after TRP. For your TRP, you can even invite a nuclear war. Then you will show you are sitting somewhere in some remote corner. You will show, see how exciting. These people should be beaten. If the same thing, the way so many houses have been burned, so many shops have been looted, hundreds of cars have been destroyed, there were all over smoke, black smoke in the air. If the same thing happens to your studio and you are on the road, then you will understand what happens to those people. So many people have to leave their places, go somewhere else. When human beings are so insensitive, so stone-hearted, that other suffering makes no difference to them. I feel that for me, I feel this is the essential. If you want to know yourself, if you have a dead heart, you cannot know yourself. Those people who turn in, they are the most sensitive people. Because what motivates them to go turn in? When they see that there is no solution out. When they see that if you want in any way the world to be different, the first thing is that you have to make yourself different. If you want in any way to transform the world, you cannot do anything to transform the world. You can only transform yourself. So if you have not done it, if you have not used your whole energy sincerely in transforming yourself, you have no right to complain, to preach. That is what I have written to this woman. Maybe you see whether my comment is there or not, because these people are so cowardly, they don't allow comments. So I said that your preaching won't help. See, you are sermonizing, but you're making it so simple. The problems are not so simple. When the police and the government and the army will start taking action, then these same media will say that Hitler Modi. And in so many pockets in India, they have already created mafia cities, mafias where police cannot even go. They have their own weapons which are far powerful than the police weapons. So only army can control those things. They were using mortars yesterday from the, you know what is mortar or not? Find out. These things are used in war, but they have those weapons. You are dealing with dreaded criminals. They are not ordinary people. They are not like ordinary angry people. They are very organized. And they can go to any extent, because for them, even if they are killed, their reward will be million times more than their life here. They will land into heaven, and then they will have all the luxury there. This is why it happens everywhere. Because whenever there is some problem is happening, we think that it is a local problem. All problems are universal problem. It is said that even if a small leaf flutters, with it the whole universe moves, because it is an interconnected universe. That's why I agree very much with Yuji Krishnamurti. He says that the day divisive consciousness was born, the tomb of this earth was sealed on that very day. The moment you think you are separate from others, this is the beginning of all crime. Because you are separate, so if something happens to your neighbor, it is not your problem. That's why I think it is in the Jewish book, which Osho also has said that if you have understood even this much, you have understood the essence, the gist of religion. Do unto others as you would like others to do unto you. That is what is meant by what Jesus said, love thy neighbor as thyself. Love thy enemy as thyself. But once you start treating them as your own self, then you cannot harm others. Then there is no other. Then violence is not possible from you. But violence can happen even then when you see that the other person is in total darkness. He is an agent of the devil. So for him, the only salvation is that he should be removed. Otherwise, one rotten fish can poison the whole sea. And I feel that this is how, being in company of the Muslims and Christians and all others, the level of Hindus have also gone down very much. Because if you live for hundreds of years, thousands of years in that kind of company, even if you want to be high, you cannot be very high. Because if you are very high, if you are very cultured, then they will kill you, they will destroy you. That is what happens. It is because our ancient sages were very wise, so they understood that there are 4 varnas. Brahman, one who is the brain of the whole society. Kshatriyas, who are the arm of the whole society, who will protect the whole society. Vaishyas, who will make arrangement for the well-being of the whole society, who will control all economics, and those and Sudras who will do all the fiscal work. So when these four are there, then the society is balanced. That's why all these violent tribes they went on coming, but they could not convert the whole country. Okay.
Okay, Swami.
I'm looking angry or what? But when you have to say something when there is suffering happening, then you cannot all the time show your Jimmy Carter streak.
Correct, Swami, yes.
And I saw she was showing some, I think in her video, some American was saying that both the parties should be in peace. These assholes, they just go on sermonizing. You just see his face. He has no heart. These are the people who put fire. They fund. Because these people are just representative of demons. What business you have to interfere in India? Who are you? Your country is in such a bad state. More rapes happens in America than anywhere else. People are in such a poor condition there. Only black peoples are in jails there. Who are you to give lectures? Why you are only interested in your own enlightenment. People who are only interested in their own enlightenment, they are all rotten eggs. Huh?
Yes, Swami.
This way no one can become enlightened. You see the life of Gautam Buddha, how compassionate he was even before his enlightenment. That's why he is regarded as symbol of enlightenment. The word Buddha is not his name, but it has become so attached with his name. It has become inseparably attached with him. Huh?
Yes, Swami.
His name is Gautam Siddharth, not Buddha. Buddha means the enlightened one. But the very word, as if he is the only enlightened person in the whole eternity. So whenever you will say Buddha, you will have to remember Gautam Siddharth. So those people who are just all the time thinking how to become peaceful, how to silence the mind, these are just third-rate people. When you are compassionate, when you have feeling, silence will happen on its own.
Yes, Swami. Yes.
That's why Krishna is regarded as the most complete man, because he had everything. When you are dealing with demons, you have to become like demon. When you are in Rome, behave like a Roman.
Yes, Swami.
Otherwise, you will be crushed. And all road leads to Rome. If you are not alert, then all roads will lead to Rome. That is hell. I'm not praising Rome.
Why is Rome?
They were also great. They were also great exploiters. Otherwise, why all road will lead to Rome? They had looted, they have captured, they had expanded themselves so much. It's the same kind of thing, like it was said that for the Britishers, there will be always, there is no sunset for them, because their empire was so big that somewhere or other their sun will be rising. You understood? But it was all created out of sheer violence, murder, rape, looting. I was just in the daytime watching a video which was based on actual historical event. When the first time the Pakistanis, just after the independence, both the country became independent. So afterwards, they sent tribal people. It was actually their army men masked as tribal people. So when they entered, finally they entered into Srinagar, that is capital of Kashmir. And there they raped every woman from the age of 7 to 70. Finally, they were driven out of there, but they could enter there. They burned all the houses there. When you are dealing with demons, you cannot behave like a saint.
Yes, Swami.
Most of the people, they never learn any lesson. They are all the time, they think all religions are same. They are not same.
Yes.
Okay. So why your meditation was only good yesterday?
Maybe before that after shower I didn't go immediately. I was doing something, then only I went meditation.
Why you did something? You masturbated or what? You did something. What is that?
I was looking for books online.
Again the same business. You read nothing and you are looking for books online.
Yes.
You can go on reading hundreds of books, but if your mind is full of cloud and full of shit, then what will happen? First clean your mind.
Yes.
Before you read.
Yes.
But why you are all the time searching? You will become enlightened by reading books. Then why you go on reading?
I just enjoy the process of searching.
Only process. This is just an addiction. If you have not to read, then what is the point of searching? You have enough book. First read, at least start reading whatever you have.
Okay.
It's just nonsensical.
Yes, Swami.
First, go beyond your thinking, emotions, feeling and all those things. Instead of wasting time in reading books that you can read later on, when you will be free from your mind. Otherwise, you can anytime land into madhouse. Last time also you were in the same state. You forget so easily. They want to kill you and maybe you will not awake next day and all those things you were sharing to the whole world.
Yes.
Then why you forget all those things? Now don't lie on your bed again and become depressed because I said these things.
Okay.
Should have more patience, otherwise you will just go on collecting books.
Okay.
First, reach to a state where you cannot go down. The urgency is not for that. And you think just by reading books, you will be liberated.
Yes,
What yes?
Yeah, agree,
You think so?
No, agree.
No. No, what you agree? I think you think so, that you will be liberated by reading books.
Well, I agree
Then-
what you say, that just by reading book I can't be liberated.
Then why you do it so much? You have enough book, first read them.
Okay.
Huh?
Yes, Swami.
No, if you have something else to say, you can say.
Nothing to say, Swami.
It's the way how mind behaves. It is your mind, the kind of mind, everyone has that mind. But one has to see it's that it is called scattered mind. There are many types of mind. The Hindi word for it is chip. That means it's scattered. It is going in all the direction. And when it becomes too much, then it becomes vichipt. Vichipt means it is like you are you have become almost mad. Degree when it increases, then it will become vichipt. Now it is beyond your control. Chip you can control. And the third type of mind is called mood. Mood means it has become like what is the in a way kind of retarded. But sometimes it is explained, this word mood. Mood is, one word is murk. Murk is for fools, those who are of lesser intelligence. And mood is mostly used for people who are very educated, but still they are behaving like idiots. They know everything intellectually, but their life is totally different. It is because it is all intellectual. Then the better mind is called ekagra. Now it is totally focused on one thing. Then even better is dhyanast. That means now you are meditative. You have become meditative. And the last is samadhist. That means you have reached to your ultimate state. You have self-actualized. You have the word samadhi means samadhan. From there are words, there are in many words there this some root is there. Some means that you have come to a equilibrium, a balanced state. You are no longer lopsided. So you are not going to any extreme, you are in the middle. Then the pendulum stops. If you go from one extreme to another extreme, you are giving fuel to the pendulum. You are giving momentum to it. So there is one Hindi word called samadhan. That means solution. So samadhi is a solution for your inner life. You have transcended both your physical problem and psychological problem. It's not that the body will not have any physical problem. But you are not so much concerned about it anymore. You know you are not the body. You are not the mind. So don't allow this scattered mind to overpower you. It's time for you to be disciplined. When you have reached to a state where you cannot be corrupted, where you cannot go down, when you cannot become mad again, then you can read any book. Now, if you want to read something, you read, choose one book and read, try to finish it first. And if you, there are people who cannot just go on reading the same book. So you choose 3-4 books. When you are getting bored with one, then you read at the other. Sometime you can choose if you want your, but what you will choose? You will choose the same kind of book, which if you share with me, I will blast it. So it is better you read Osho's book, you read Vijay Krishna book, Murthy's book, or make my book. That will help you more.
Yes, Swami.
Huh?
Yes, yes.
When Vijay Krishna Murthy is available, when Osho is available, why you are reading those poets, unenlightened poets? There's so many mystics you can read about. Osho has commented on so many of them. You can. Okay.
Okay, Swami. Om.